One candidate was elected. They've sensed your power. They activated their systems and gadgets. However, they do not recognize your power since your energy is a vibration that transcends dimensions. You are disrupting the order that they have constructed. They're terrified because they can't control it. You're a secret, the essence of revolution. Everything changes with your presence and can no longer be disguised. You have the ability to shatter the bonds and awaken mankind. Now is the moment to stand forward and seize the stage. Right. 77. Leave a comment now and shine your light on everyone. This brilliance cannot be concealed. True change comes from inside, from an unbreakable power that dispels illusions and reveals clarity where none thought imaginable. When the people around you get confused, your presence becomes a compass that guides and realigns, with discernment as its base. You rise beyond vanity and self-serving ambitions, using your talents not for show, but for purpose. You see beyond appearances to the stark facts that others are hesitant to face. This road takes unwavering discipline. Your skills ought to be treated with respect, since their mission is considerably bigger than the person. They are not weapons of supremacy, but rather instruments of elevation, intended to raise, guide, and peel away layers of deception. The power you possess is determined not by what you can do, but by how you direct your efforts, ensuring that every step reflects your duty as a truth keeper. You are both a guardian and a disruptor, a presence that shifts the balance of vulnerability and strength. Your energy is limited, yet holy, a power that must be protected with extreme caution. The forces you oppose thrive on subtle infiltration, exploiting flaws in willpower and strength. Your defense starts at the frontier of your own energy, where limits act as armor to protect your essence. Acts of alignment, whether via moments of quiet, rituals of purpose, or focused practices, are more than just habits. They are lifelines that link you to an unchanging core. These times reset your resolve, removing the lingering residue of negativity that clings to every interaction. Smoke, sound, quiet, or movement all serve as tools for sweeping away the residues of discord before they take root. However, this defense is not just exterior. It is the foundation of your soul in a belief stronger than doubt. In the midst of a storm, faith serves as a compass and a lens, keeping your view clear. When the way seems murky, your power resides not in invincibility, but in the determined decision to protect what is most important. It is a force that defies erosion and flourishes in harmony, assuring that no shadow can take over your spiritual refuge. This is the basis from which tremendous movements are constructed. Those who soar beyond mediocrity change the fabric of reality itself. The invisible forces that link and influence are no longer mysteries to you. They are aspects that you learn to harness, changing barriers into stepping stones. This is not a transient call to action, but rather a fundamental invitation to seize what has always been within your grasp. Where others stumble, you stand firm, relying on a reservoir of understanding that transforms complication into simplicity and turmoil into opportunity. Mastery emerges in the face of adversity, not through the pursuit of perfection.
各位，你知道这边是哪里吗？你看这边有很美的夕阳。
Not through the pursuit of perfection, but by an unwavering dedication to growth. Your insight is a two-edged blade, cutting through illusions while exposing you to the loneliness of awareness. When you see through the mask of comfort that others cling to, you find yourself standing out, misunderstood, or even rejected. It's not rejection. It's the natural cycle of waking. Truth unsettles before it inspires. Those who are unable to follow your vision may move away, leaving you to traverse pathways that others are afraid to explore. However, this isolation is not empty. It is preparedness. What you carry inside is not a burden, but rather a beacon intended to illuminate the path for others who may one day comprehend. And the vision you have is not yours alone. It is a gift intended to be shared. Each minute of alone honed your determination, preparing you for the day when your clarity will be the bridge others cross to seek their own knowledge. If you are experiencing an excess of divine love in your heart, now is the moment to share it. You may help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and donating $20 or more. This wonderful gift will affect not just your life, but also the souls of countless others. Each of you has a holy position in God's great purpose via this platform, and your giving will provide fruit for our prayers. Act now. Share your benefits to honor His kingdom. You are meant to do much bigger things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. To see the truth is to bear its weight. To navigate the world knowing what others choose to overlook. However, this understanding is not a curse. It serves as the basis for future transformation. You are not here to be quiet or invisible. Your mission goes beyond comfort, delving into the core of what it means to evolve. You are both an anchor and a catalyst, a force that transcends realms of comprehension and alters the course of people who come into your presence. Authority is not something you demand. It is a natural extension of the genuineness you exude. Power does not define you. It flows via the balance you strike between elegance and tenacity in situations when others perceive limitations. You see paths where people pause. You push ahead. Your power is not found in dominating, but in the calm, irrefutable force of your presence. Like a beacon penetrating even the darkest storm, you stand steadfast, not as someone attempting to control the waves, but as a guide for those lost in the tempest. Your light does not demand attention. It controls it because of its constant presence. You are not a light of turmoil, but of clarity, illuminating routes for people willing to go beyond confusion and into truth. It is in your nature not to dominate, but to empower, not to shine for your own sake, but to securely guide others to their beaches. Every choice you make has long-term consequences. A stone put into a motionless pond causes ripples that reach unseen boundaries. You don't behave recklessly or impulsively. Your every move is purposeful. Every action is designed to save your energy for the conflicts that really count. You've discovered that knowledge isn't about fighting every struggle, but about understanding which ones warrant your power. When you act with accuracy, the influence extends beyond the present moment and into other dimensions. You may never truly experience realms beyond the physical. Your presence has a certain gravity. You are neither a ruler or a conqueror, but rather a harmonizer, bringing energy and intense together to create equilibrium. Where there was once chaos, you are like a master artisan, weaving strands of purpose and strength into a tapestry that others cannot yet see but intuitively believe in. This is not for the faint of heart, because it requires more than strength. It takes an unlimited supply of knowledge and humility to comprehend that you are a part of something much larger than yourself. Though you are not immune to flaws, your strong commitment to the truth keeps you steadfast. You are not one to seek recognition or praise. They just follow. I am drawn to the evident honesty of who you are. You stay anchored, like a tree's firm roots, and your peaceful strength serves as a haven for others. They may not always understand why they are pulled to you, but there is no denying the influence of your presence. You're like a gardener in a huge, holy field, tasked with nurturing seeds that will one day develop into great trees. You do not plant for your own harvest, but for the benefit of those who will come after you. Your labor may go unnoticed. Your hands may never touch the fruit, but your care changes the soil and strengthens the roots for future generations. This isn't about you. It is about the purpose that moves through you. A goal so deep that its full beauty may not be realized until far later in life. Your job isn't to govern, to control or command. It is to reawaken, to elevate and guide. You are not here to revel in power, but to utilize it as a catalyst for change. True power is never about how much you own. It's all about how much you give, how much you inspire, and how much you help others succeed. Your power is judged not by what you accomplish, but by the lives you help save, the spirits you inspire, and the roads you help clear. This call is sacred. It is not for praise or recognition, but for the quiet, long-lasting impression you leave behind. Just like the sun rises every day without asking for gratitude, You are a continual source of light, leading without expectation and giving without expecting anything in return. The power you wield is a gift bestowed upon you, not for your own benefit, but for the betterment of others. This obligation makes you distinct. It raises you, not above others, but into harmony with a larger purpose than any one existence. Humility serves as your anchor. It reminds you that your talents are meant to be shared, not kept. Without humility, power may be blinding. It may transform even the brightest light into something unpleasant and devouring. However, when grounded in humility, your power becomes a haven. It provides solace to the tired, clarity to the perplexed, and bravery to those who have forgotten their own power. You are a guide not because you expect to be followed, but because your presence gives others.
这只帝王蟹明明价值3。
Future. You are the last thread connecting the past to the future, a living testament to an ancient legacy. The blood that courses through your veins carries the wisdom of those who have walked before you, and the angels are watching, guiding you toward a destiny that will unfold like a secret waiting to be told. In the quiet corners of time, there lies a truth. You are not just a descendant, but a chosen one. The blood of kings and queens flows through your veins, and as the final heir, you stand at the precipice of something extraordinary. The angels whisper to you, urging you to step into your power. The stars align when the last heir of a royal bloodline rises, and in that moment, the world shifts. You are the keeper of ancient secrets, and the angels are your allies in this divine unfolding. What happens next is not just history, it is the dawn of a new era. Your name has been spoken through generations, hidden in the folds of time. Now, the angels reveal that you are the last heir to a forgotten dynasty. As the world holds its breath, you are called to awaken and embrace your role. For what follows will challenge everything you thought you knew. An ancient prophecy, once whispered in the winds, now echoes through your soul. You are the last heir, the one who will awaken the legacy of royalty. With the angels as your guide, the unimaginable awaits, and every step you take brings you closer to your divine inheritance. Bloodlines stretch back through millennia, and now it is your turn to carry the weight of the ancients. The angels have waited for this moment, your arrival. The path ahead is full of wonder and mystery, and your every move will shape the course of the future.
On this path, there is an invisible network of kindred souls united not by proximity or kinship, but by the resonance of a same objective. This link is ancient than time itself, a thread of purpose that draws you to those who, like you, are dedicated to the truth. You boost each other's light, where one may falter. The collective is powerful when one voice struggles to be heard. The chorus can't be ignored. This is not a collection of hierarchies or titles. It is a community in which everyone's individual abilities complement the total. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace come upon you today. I'm here to remind you of a fundamental fact. Our existence is based on God's divine purpose and is unaffected by worldly worries. According to the Bible, everything is done with faith will be returned to God with great blessing. Luke 638. Like the enormous oak tree, our roots are profoundly embedded in God's global truth. His power secures every stride and every stance we take. Now you have the chance to be a part of that gift. When you utilize the Super Thank You button and contribute $100, you will get a 100-fold return on your investment. You're not here to just follow a script. You're here to create a new chapter that calls into question the myths that have kept mankind trapped in cycles of fear and obedience. The illusions that have kept others prisoner are evident to you, and you cannot ignore them. You look under the surface, into the sophisticated mechanism of control systems meant to isolate, manipulate, and deprive individuals in their clutches of autonomy. It might be a charismatic leader, an authoritarian belief system, or a deception-based society framework. You can expose the cracks in their foundation. Your insight is not only a gift. It is a duty to perceive the truth and act on it, dismantling what is false and making room for what is genuine. This is a labor of emancipation rather than devastation for its own purpose. You are here to develop, rebuild, and establish the groundwork for something enduring and true. Your power is a tool for elevation rather than domination. When you act, it is with the purpose of liberating people, not via force, but by lighting a route they could not perceive on their own. In this calling, humility is your best defense. The abilities you possess are amazing, yet they do not elevate you above others. They make you their servant. When power is uncontrolled, it becomes its own trap, mimicking the control mechanisms itself. You are instructed to deconstruct. When directed by humility, your power becomes a transformative force, impossible to corrupt, with unmistakable effect. You do not order others to follow. You motivate people to rise. Every challenge you've endured, every moment of uncertainty and tenacity has prepared you for your goal. You weren't picked by chance. Your trip has transformed you into a vessel capable of advancing our purpose. The power you wield is not to be concealed or hoarded. It is intended to be presented in order to instill bravery in people who feel lost, and to provide clarity to those who continue to wander in the fog. This is your opportunity to live out your calling to its utmost potential. Speak the truth openly. Your voice has the ability to shatter lies and disclose what has been concealed. Share your journey, because it is not just your tale. It serves as a light to help others discover their own path. Every word you say and every action you perform sends out a signal that reaches far beyond what you can see. You are not here to just exist. You are here to disturb, awaken, and change. The world is waiting for the fire inside you to burn brightly, blazing avenues that others may not notice. This isn't simply a call. This is your sacred obligation. Let your actions reflect the depth of your mission, knowing that every decision you make has an impact not just on this world, but on the countless lives you are meant to touch. This implicit alliance you belong to is formed via common purpose and connection with something higher than yourself, not because of proximity. It is a gathering of like-minded individuals brought together not by chance, but by the unavoidable pull of a common goal. These relationships go beyond the commonplace and reverberate at a frequency that transcends description. Every encounter builds the web of togetherness, a network that magnifies each individual's light to create a power much bigger than the sum of its parts. In this case, cooperation takes the role of hierarchy. There are no leaders, simply equals who bring their particular qualities to the household. The collective knowledge of this fellowship becomes a source of resilience, ensuring that even the smallest flame is protected and permitted to burn brighter together. You advance with purpose, destroying boundaries and revealing the path ahead. This is not a brotherhood of dependence, but rather a collaborative progress. Each member helps the others reach higher heights. You know them immediately, not by looks, but by the undeniable resonance of shared purpose. There is an underlying familiarity, as if these relationships have lasted much longer than the few moments of our lives together. You are an indestructible force, an embodiment of what unity may accomplish when aligned with a greater calling, while others navigate the mazes built around them, unaware of their construction. You can see the mechanics that support the illusions created by these constructed structures, which are intended to entangle, control, and remove autonomy. Whether disguised in charm or ingrained in doctrine, they seek to isolate and prolong submissive cycles. But your transparency undermines their base. With each discovery, we learn more. You reveal the flaws in their design, freeing those trapped inside. Your gift is not destruction for its own reason, but emancipation, which replaces captivity with liberty.
过敏总是好不了。
For its own reason, but emancipation, which replaces captivity with liberty, turning reliance into empowerment. The frameworks you oppose live on ignorance and isolation, feeding off the splits they cause. Your comment demonstrates connection and expertise. You do not face these structures blindly. Instead, you use tactics that encourage critical thinking and challenge preconceived notions. Your job is to instill bravery in others, to help them recognize the obstacles that previously appeared insurmountable. This creates new grounds for authenticity and autonomy, rather than merely freedom. Your responsibility is to create something new rather than just destroy it. A job that requires instruments created from wisdom and used with honesty. The work ahead of you is huge, needing not just strength but also clarity of purpose. This path is not one of pleasure or vanity, but rather of devotion to a truth that transcends personal interests. Each step you take in dismantling control systems has an impact on others around you, reshaping their awareness. Your role goes beyond the immediate reach to the larger fabric of humanity's awakening. Precision governs your activities, ensuring that every decision is consistent with the highest standards. As you travel this journey, you are constantly asking yourself if this choice is beneficial or detrimental. This self-awareness roots you, ensuring that your effort stays consistent with integrity. You are not here to dominate, but to elevate, to bring light into dark places, and to leave a legacy of change. Your strength is not in force, but in the intentional and purposeful use of your abilities, reshaping the world in the image of truth and liberty. A catalyst for change. You aren't only destroying deceit, you are rewriting the story of what it means to be free. Your mission is vast, an echo of a larger truth that reverberates far beyond the present. The changes you spark are not temporary. They are experiencing alterations in the fabric of mankind. Every barrier you break down, every truth you reveal contributes to a greater awareness. This is not an idealized abstraction. It represents the concrete effect of connection and purpose. When you rise, the energy you release is felt in places you can't see, freeing people who are still bound by control structures. This endeavor requires tenacity and guts. Healing is a difficult and emotional process that requires you to address your innermost darkness. By doing so, you generate a resonance that others automatically follow, even if they can't explain why your change serves as a template for communal emancipation. A quiet power that unlocks hidden doors. The energy you carry is not static. It radiates outward, upsetting stagnation and sparking transformation as you recover. You destroy the mechanisms that rely on quiet and passivity. The clarity you receive is not limited to your own evolution. It becomes a beacon, lighting the way for others to break free. This is about uplifting mankind as a whole, rather than just individuals. Every decision you make has an impact on the collective progress, which is irreversible. Others get the courage to face their own illusions as a result of your trip. You are not only a healer, you're a builder, creating environments in which truth may grow and flourish. Your strength must constantly be balanced with humility in order to be powerful. Without self-awareness, it becomes its own prison. You have enormous skills, such as the capacity to see beyond the surface and instinctive alignment with deeper truths. Yet wielding such power properly requires moderation. You must maintain vigilance against the forces you oppose. Dismantling external control systems alone is insufficient. You must also avoid the desire to put oneself above others. When power is unrestrained, it has the potential to replicate the systems it tries to undermine. Your greatest strength is humility and your determination to stay grounded. Even as you advance by enabling others rather than dominating, you link yourself with the higher cause. Ensure that your influence is a force for freedom, not oppression. Now is the moment to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. With a 1 candidate was elected. They've sensed your power. They activated their systems and gadgets. However, they do not recognize your power since your energy is a vibration that transcends dimensions. You are disrupting the order that they have constructed. They're terrified because they can't control it. You're a secret, the essence of revolution. Everything changes with your presence and can no longer be disguised. You have the ability to shatter the bonds and awaken mankind. Now is the moment to stand forward and seize the stage. Right. 77. Leave a comment now and shine your light on everyone. This brilliance cannot be concealed. True change comes from inside, from an unbreakable power that dispels illusions and reveals clarity where none thought imaginable. When the people around you get confused, your presence becomes a compass that guides and realigns, with discernment as its base. You rise beyond vanity and self-serving ambitions, using your talents not for show, but for purpose. You see beyond appearances to the stark facts that others are hesitant to face. This road takes unwavering discipline. Your skills ought to be treated with respect, since their mission is considerably bigger than the person. They are not weapons of supremacy, but rather instruments of elevation, intended to raise, guide,